Hello witches, and welcome to the White Witch podcast with me, Carly. It might be a little bit of a short episode today. I'm not quite sure as I'm beginning to record this, but I hope that doesn't take away from it. I was sick after putting out the last episode of the podcast, so I've been catching up with myself since. So as a result of that, I still haven't got a book review either. Sorry witches, but I am fully recovered now and back on it. So I will be back with some book reviews soon. I'm really excited for this episode. One of the most popular pins I put out on my Pinterest page, I will link that in the show notes if you want to follow me on there, was of the witch's birthday, which I think came from the Hallowed Days episode, where we delved a little bit into birthdays on that episode. But with the beginning of the astrological year, and also because some people see April as the beginning of the year, like when it really gets going, I thought we could get into some ways you can celebrate your birthday or perhaps the birthday of someone you love in a witchy way. So I have for you on this episode a witchy birthday plan you might wish to try. We have birthday journal prompts, a birthday wish spell, creating a vision board for your next year on this earth. We have birthday crystals for your birth month and star sign. And I've actually put out separately to complement this episode a birthday meditation you might wish to use also. I put the meditation out separately as it's really annoying sometimes trying to find a meditation that is in with a podcast episode. So it might be you've already heard the episode and you want to return to it on your birthday or so on. Or perhaps you just want to do the meditation and not the other bits. It's entirely up to you. But I hope in some way this might resonate. May we all celebrate our birthdays and ourselves on our big days this new astrological year. We owe it to ourselves. Perhaps you live quite a solitary life, a bit like me, and this can just be a way you can honour yourself and enjoy your birthday. Or you might find some of these ideas you want to involve your friends or family with and so on. Birthdays can often lead to reflection. I find this is a huge thing for me, almost existential crisis when it gets to my birthday, which is in August, so I've got a fair way to go. One of the main areas of work I have been doing in recent months has been inner child work. This has been a topic I've been resistant to for such a long time. And since doing it, I've recognised it really held the key to a lot of patterns and issues I have had through a lot of my life. And they are related to relationships, self-confidence, trust in myself, like a myriad of things. It's not just the case of digging up the past for the sake of it. I have found huge breakthroughs with doing this work, absolutely huge. It's very much been a case of as within, so without. As I've changed within in this process, my external world is really changing again. Two of the massive ways that I've found it has helped me deeply. First off is I've gone down 2 dress sizes since the end of last year, and one of the reasons is on a psychological level, I'm no longer comfort eating as a means of like numbing out emotions. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you'll know that I previously have had huge issues with addiction and alcohol. So yes, like one of the areas that I struggled with was food, because I just needed something to like numb me out. But it's also massive. Oh, I need to tell you something in regards to nutrition. Like, I feel like I can't gatekeep this, and I've been wanting to say it for a while. And one of my witches in the Patreon, her and I were talking about it. Magnesium citrate. I need to get you on this because I saw it on a Pinterest post of someone saying how much it had changed things for them. And I cannot tell you, oh my goodness, that for me, I have never slept as well. My family and friends are so bored of me banging on about this. It helps me sleep so well, which obviously helps your nervous system, helps your appetite, helps your digestion. I mean, that's what, we know of sleep. But yes, sleep-wise, and also how it's altered my appetite, I need to get you on it. So yes, this is a huge thing for me. Magnesium citrate. Anyway, I digress. So aside from the, lack of comfort eating that I've been doing, which is massive for me, it always had its grips in me. I've also got really good at saving money. So my approach to money is completely different. I'm not impulse buying like I used to, because I'm not numbing things out as I was. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm working on it. And I recognize that this is all an emotional pattern with me, but my confidence has improved, and you could say that's because I'm gaining control of those areas of my life, and it is what it is. But it's also helped me to feel more confident with taking on new projects and different things. I'm trying to get out there more and be more, be more confident at taking on new projects and so on. But you might be as surprised as I was as to what areas of your life have been impacted as a result of your unattended little witch, as I like to call her, or your inner child. So I've just done this episode over on my Patreon called The Little Witch, if you want to check it out. And you can access it through the Sorceress or Witches Who Run with the Wolves tier. It's just £8 for the Sorceress tier. It has gone up by £2, but it was at the same amount of £6 for a number of years. So yeah, it's gone up to £8 now. However, for that £8, you can access our witchy community full of amazing witches from all over the world. We have folklore retellings, meditations. We have our book club, the Literary Witches Coven, where we read a book across 2 months and we have a little meeting for it. There's also on their grimoire pages on herbs, power animals, the fae. We have grimoire pages for episodes of the White Witch podcast. So there'll be grimoire pages over there for this episode. We, of course, have Patreon podcasts and tons of witchy extras. Before we get into this episode, I need to make a little apology because I ballsed up something on one of the podcast episodes, which was about the butterfly. So I accidentally referred to Aristotle as a Roman philosopher. He is indeed a Greek philosopher, and I know this because I've referenced him quite a few times. And I also misread that butterfly meant soul, but it isn't. It's actually symbolic of the souls of the dead. There's lots of different symbolism with it, with the word psyche. So yes, I ballsed that up and somebody put a little comment somewhere and I felt like a bit embarrassed about it. So I wanted to just say, my bad. I'm generally really good at fact checking, but I think I just relayed it completely incorrectly and didn't change it when I listened back to the episode because I missed out on it. So yes, just to say, I ballsed up. But I think I'm good on this episode. For now though, let's talk about some magical ways to celebrate the witch's birthday. So I love to mark my special day in a special witchy way, and I thought that you might too. It is important that we celebrate our birthday and ourselves along with all the things that we bring into the world, even if that celebration is something that we do in solitary. I hope the following might make your birthday special, and if it is your birthday when you are listening to this, happy birthday, beautiful. May all your dreams and desires come true. So I've got a little bit of a witchy birthday plan. This can be ideal if you wanted to celebrate your birthday on your own, or if you've got your birthday on one of those days when you take the day off and everybody's at work, one of those ones. So you might want to start it with some morning reflection, some journaling, but bear with me, it's going to be a case of setting aside some time. It could just be half an hour to reflect on the past year, but focusing on writing down the good. So accomplishments, lessons learned, perhaps some memories, but you might also want to identify areas for growth and self-improvement. You could write yourself a self-love letter. So write a heartfelt letter to yourself, acknowledging your strengths, your weaknesses, and everything in between, but making sure that you're really full of self-compassion and understanding for yourself. You might want to celebrate and show gratitude, create a birthday altar. So create a sacred space, or use your altar and have on there candles, flowers, and symbols representing your intentions for the upcoming year. So for me, that would probably involve, it's really strange, I am a lover of the colour black because of course it's very witchy, but I absolutely love pink. Or maybe I'm just going more in my pink mode. I don't know what it is. If you're listening, Jules, you and I know. We have, like, one of my friends, Jules, her and I, we have this huge love of, I think it's like Dame Barbara Cartland and how pink she was. But yes, if I'm going to be decorating my altar for my birthday, it's going to be hella pink. So loads of candles. So yes, like, choose the colours that you want to use. So for candles, you could choose, and not just because I love the colour pink or white for self-love and manifestation. You could have some fresh flowers on there. So maybe roses or lavender for love and calmness. So for me, I'm going to go with my absolute favourite flowers of, like, some really pink, of course, light pink roses and some lilies. But yes, you could either do it because you love those flowers or because of the actual symbolism, the meaning that they have. You might want to add to your altar some symbols representing your intentions. You might want to add on there like your vision board or a manifestation crystal, which we are going to get into both. So we're going to get into crystals for your birth month or your star sign. And we're also going to get into a birthday vision board. So you may want to carry out a gratitude ritual. Maybe this could be writing down things that you're grateful for on little pieces of paper and put them in a gratitude jar to revisit throughout the year. So maybe some visualization and manifestation. So for meditation, you could practice a guided meditation to visualize your intentions and desires for the upcoming year. But I've got you. There is a birthday meditation that you may want to listen to for this. You could also go and visit your future self. So you on your birthday next year and have a little chat with them, and perhaps there's things going on in your life now that you would really like some answers on how you can move through them. So seek their advice because they've already gone through it, perhaps on what they did and how they got there. But yes, going to meet your future self is a wonderful way to visualize, but also get clarity on where you want to go, like who you want to become, and also to get advice for things that you're struggling with now. It's incredibly comforting, and You may not get a ton of information come up within the meditation, but that isn't to say that things won't come up within your dreams or just some random messages or symbols that relate to the questions that you ask. They might pop up later. So, in regards to manifestation, once you've done that, perhaps if you've gone off to see your future self and so on, that might give you some inspiration to create a vision board. So a visual representation of your goals and desires using images, words, and symbols. And we will get into that. So as part of our witchy birthday plan, coming to spells, you may want to try the birthday wish spell that I'm going to go through with you. So this is a spell to manifest your desires. We're going to be using some candles, herbs, and affirmations. And talking of affirmations, you might want to write down some affirmations that resonate with your intentions. So the new ones that perhaps you're setting, and repeat them daily going forward to reinforce positive energy. Of course, we have to talk birthday cake. You may want to bake a cake with intention-infused ingredients. So perhaps some rose petals for self-love, some cinnamon for manifestation, some vanilla for happiness, peace, and contentment. It doesn't have to be a huge, big iced cake, but it could be. But yes, you might want to incorporate some ingredients that have some meaning to them. You may want to create a magical tea blend, so perhaps a custom tea blend using herbs like, chamomile, so like calming, peppermint for clarity, and rose petals for self-love. Some additional ideas, so you could carry out a birthday tarot reading, so perform a tarot reading to gain insight into the upcoming year. I really love to do this on my birthday, also New Year's Eve as well. And I take a little photo and I come back to it a year later. So you might want to do something like that. And also, I've got you for this, a witchy birthday ritual. And you might want to do some additional things to this. So perhaps some like candle magic within that ritual. You might want to charge some moon water on your birthday and add all the birthday blessings and wishes and so on. Or you might want to do something like have a bonfire ceremony to mark the occasion. So when you are journaling, if that's where you're going to start with the day, I've got some birthday journal prompts that you may wish to use. So reflecting on the past year, what are you most proud of accomplishing in the past year? What lessons did you learn and how have you grown as a person? What are some memories from the past year that you will always treasure? Then we've got celebrating you. What makes you unique and special? Dig deep on this, like really go for it. I know it's hard and I struggle with some of these journaling prompts, but yes, we want to be full of self-love and self-compassion doing this. What are your strengths and talents and how do you want to use them in the upcoming year? And this is another really important one because I really recognise that I often don't set aside enough time for this. What kind of self-care and self-love practices do you want to prioritise in the next year? And even the fact that you possibly will do something like this on your birthday is a great form of self-care and self-love. So then we've got manifesting your birthday wishes. What are your top 3 wishes for the upcoming year? Imagine yourself a year from now. What does your ideal life look like? So if you do go and meet your future self, this is wonderful because you can now write about it. And when you come to writing about it, it's really good to write in a scripting form. So that is as if you are in the moment. So using words like I am, I have. That really helps you to get into the zone and actually be experiencing it. When it comes to manifestation, that is a really powerful way to word things so that you are in the present and you have it. I really love this question. So what kind of energy and mindset do you need to cultivate to manifest your birthday wishes? So this could be that you recognize maybe that you are holding yourself back through negative self-talk. And that's definitely something that I've really struggled with. So maybe you decide that perhaps affirmations are something that you want to delve into and use each day to change this. Maybe you look at doing some EFT or some breath work or somatics. These are all things that we can do from home. You can go on YouTube and learn about it. I'm sure I'll bring it to the podcast. There might just be lots of things that come up that you think, I can learn about this. I can find a way that I can shift this. Maybe it's more having an attitude of gratitude to bring in more quickly your birthday wishes. But yes, it's definitely worth looking at where can you change your energy and mindset. Then we have looking ahead. What are you most looking forward to in the upcoming year? So maybe you've got some big changes coming up, like moving house, finishing college, starting a new job. But then there might also be what kind of adventures and experiences do you want to have? So getting really clear on what you want to experience in this next year so you can make moves to make it happen. And lastly, what kind of person do you want to become and what qualities do you want to develop? So now we have our birthday wish spell. You don't need very much for this at all. It's very simple. So you will need a white, gold or purple candle. A tea light is perfect. I always think that it's always great to just use the basics. I tend to be sometimes that all the gear and no idea person. So just use what you've got. And also, when it comes to candle magic, I'm sure you know this, and someone was telling me about this and I thought, yeah, I need to do more of this. Birthday cake candles are wonderful for candle magic because they don't take long to burn down. They're only little and you can get them in lots of different colours as well. So yes, you will need a white, gold or purple candle, a piece of paper, a pen, a small bowl or dish, and maybe something like some flowers or glitter or ribbons or anything you wish to decorate with. But this is optional. You don't need to do that bit. So prepare the space. So find a quiet, peaceful spot to cast your spell. Clear the area of any distractions. Yeet the children, the cat. I'm joking. Set intentions. So light your candle and symbolize the light guiding you towards your dreams and start to think on your intentions. Then we're going to write our wishes on the piece of paper. So write down your heart's desires, wishes and dreams for the upcoming year. Be really specific, positive and focus on what you want to achieve. So really positive. Don't put in anything like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, or just it's happening. Just get it down. Then we're going to add a pinch of courage. So then we're going to write down one thing. Now we're at this bit. Write down one thing that scares you or holds you back from pursuing your dreams. This is going to be our reminder to face our fears and find the courage to take the leap. Then we're going to fold and seal the paper. So we're going to tie it with, if you've got it, a small thread or ribbon. This is entirely optional, but fold the paper nonetheless. This seals your wishes and intentions. Then we're going to make a wish. So hold the folded paper, close your eyes and make a wish. Visualize your desires manifesting and feel the excitement and joy. So hone in again on that dream and feel the excitement and joy of achieving it. See yourself with it. Really get into that. And then we're going to release and let go. So place the folded paper in the bowl or dish and imagine releasing your wishes to the universe, trusting that they will manifest. Following this spell, Keep the folded paper in a safe place like a journal or a box as a reminder of your wishes and intentions on this birthday. Take small steps towards your dreams, facing your fears and finding courage along the way. Trust that the universe is working in your favour and have faith that your wishes will manifest. And may this spell bring you courage, clarity, and the manifestation of your dreams. So I've got a little bit of a birthday blessing for you. May this birthday mark the beginning of a year filled with wonder, magic, and growth. May you walk in the light of your own inner wisdom, and may your heart remain open to the beauty and mystery of the world. So, a little bit of a birthday ritual. This is a meaningful way to mark the beginning of a new year of life. And this is a little bit of a step-by-step guide to create your own personalised ritual. So in preparation for the ritual, reflect on the intentions that we've set. What do you want to achieve or focus on in the upcoming year? Choose a meaningful location. So pick a spot that holds special significance for you, such as maybe a favourite park, a beach, a mountain. Select symbolic items. So gather items that represent your intentions. So you might want to, and be really careful with this if you're doing it outside, of course. I know you know this, I don't even need to say. But if you're going to incorporate things like candles and using some colour magic there, of course, just be really careful, like going off to the woods and setting them on fire and so on. Maybe some flowers or a specific crystal that you wish to incorporate in this ritual. Then we're going to set the atmosphere. So you might want to create a peaceful ambience with music, candles, or incense. Then we're going to connect with our intentions. So take a few moments to reflect on your desires and goals for the upcoming year and really feel into it. Here in the ritual, you may want to use your symbolic items. So you might want to light some candles. If you are carrying out this ritual by water, perhaps the sea or something, maybe there's flowers that you've incorporated and you want to float some of the flowers out on the waves to send the wishes out to the universe. There might be another symbolic act to represent your intentions. You might want to make a declaration, so speak your intentions out loud. You may want to say these to your spirit guides, your ancestors, deities, the universe, or you could write them down and burn the paper to release them into the universe. Take a moment to integrate. Allow yourself to fully embody the energy of your intentions. Maybe express gratitude, perhaps thank the universe, your deities, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, whoever you work with, for supporting you on your journey. So I've just done myself a new vision board that I've got on my computer background. I've also got it on my phone as well. I love doing this. And I also keep my old goal board. So a wonderful place you can do this on is Canva. It's a free website. I use it for everything. I pay for other packages on there, but they have got a free package that you can create vision boards on. There are vision board templates, so you can get on there and easily put one together. I download pictures from Pinterest. Pinterest is, oh my goodness, I've loved that app since creation. Honestly, I was back in whenever it started, like, oh my god, I don't know how long I've been on Pinterest, but yeah, it's got to be like over 13 years that I've been creating thousands of boards. Anyway, yeah, a birthday vision board is a wonderful way to have a look at the forthcoming year and your desires and intentions, and having this as a visual representation. And I know this is really basic, but yeah, here's some ways that you could create one. So you could do one on Canva, you could get onto Pinterest, and I love to go through Pinterest, and I've pretty much got a board on there that has been for each year of my life that I've set aside as a goal board. And when I scroll through Pinterest, I tend to only post certain images that give me that. What's that lady? Is it Mary Kondo? And she's like, if it brings you joy, and you have a like hee hee moment. Not a Michael Jackson moment. You know, she does that little laugh when she sees things that like bring her joy. That's me on Pinterest. And when you see an image and you get that feeling like, oh, I want that so much. Like that is, and it's very rare for me to want a lot of things, but sometimes I'll just see an image and it just churns up this emotion of, oh, that is so beautiful. I really would like that in my life. So yes, I get onto Pinterest and I go through a certain theme that I want to work on. You can have multiple themes on your vision board, and I just piece together, I curate all the little images that bring me sparks of joy. So yes, a wonderful way to do it is to go on Pinterest, download those images and get onto Canva, use one of the vision board templates and just create one on there. You could print that out. You could just have it as a phone background. They've even got a phone background template you can use. You can have any form of computer, desktop background. It is a wonderful thing. But if you're going to do it old school, and I used to do loads of old school vision boards with a board or just on a piece of paper or in a journal. So I will just literally print off the Pinterest pictures and cut them out and stick them down. But when we're doing this, it's like reflecting on your desires. So really thinking about what you want to manifest in the upcoming year. So it's getting that clarity from all the other bits first. And there might be certain words that really represent your desires and intentions. So one of the themes for me this year has been discipline. I'm very aware. I mean, that isn't a word that really sets anyone on fire. It doesn't really bring me much joy, the word discipline. However, I'm very aware that on the other side of discipline are all the things that I want. You know, I just had to keep doing the things, and I'm always like, oh, how has this come to me? And it's because I've been taking the aligned action and being disciplined. So discipline isn't necessarily a word I would use, but it could be a word like commitment, you know, something like that. So it could be some specific, powerful words that really align with what, it could be abundant, it could be powerful. There are so many words that you might want to have on there. So that's kind of what I've done, is the pictures and the words too. So place your images and words on the board in a way that feels meaningful to you. I love making these. It's really important for me. I also like to have it somewhere that I can see it every day. Some people don't like to have it out, like they put it away for the year, so they'll create it on that day, put it away for a year. So it might be you create it on your birthday, you come back to it on your birthday in a year's time. But for me, I need that visual reminder, and every time I see it, I'm like, oh yes, this is where I'm going. And I've just changed my vision board because the last one, I feel like I've got there, you know, and that was so rewarding to get to do. Like, I feel like I'm there. Let's create the next one. So yes, entirely up to you how you work with it. You could add some personal touches like adding maybe photos or tickets to things that you want. It might be that you have a check on there for a certain amount of money that you're determined to make or receive, or however you're going to get it, or just other mementos that hold special significance. So yeah, in terms of activating your vision board, if you're going to use it on the regular, like me, place it in a spot where you will see it daily. And not only are we making the board, but just take a few minutes each day if you can to reflect on your vision board and connect with your intentions. I love doing this. Like I love my present life, but there's nowhere I love going more than is to meet my future self and seeing what we've done. It's such a rewarding even not having it yet, I'm like, oh, just give it to me. This is great. I feel like I'm here. I'm experiencing the feelings of having it. And it's all in the feeling. And if you are struggling on the manifestation front, I love manifesting, and I did the series on the podcast of the witch's intentions. So you may want to have a listen to those episodes if you haven't, or maybe revisit them, because there are certain stages some people can get stuck at, and I hope that one of those episodes might help you to explore that a little bit further and maybe break through any blocks that you're finding that you're having and so on. So yes, it might be worth revisiting that or having a listen if you haven't already. And the biggest thing of the vision board manifestation process is trusting in the universe and having faith that the universe will conspire to bring your desires into reality. So let's have a look at some birthday crystals. And a universal birthday crystal is said to be clear quartz, as it amplifies intentions and manifestation. We're going to start off with birth month crystals. So for January, we have garnet, which is for protection and motivation. Of course, there's a multitude of different uses for these crystals, but I'll give you some of the main ones. Then we have February, amethyst, calming and for intuition. For March, we have aquamarine for clarity and courage, or bloodstone as an alternative. Then we have April, diamond for manifestation and clarity, and an alternative is clear quartz. Then we have for May, emerald for abundance or growth, or chrysocolla as an alternative. For June, we have pearl with its themes of purity and wisdom, and an alternative is moonstone. For July, we have ruby for passion and protection, and an alternative is carnelian. For August, we have peridot, which is for prosperity and joy, and an alternative is sardonyx. For September, we have sapphire, which is for wisdom and loyalty, and an alternative is lapis lazuli. For October, we have opal for intuition and creativity, or pink tourmaline. For November, we have topaz for abundance and friendship, and an alternative is citrine. And for December, we have turquoise, which is for protection and wisdom, and an alternative is zircon. So some star sign crystals. So for Aries, we have red jasper. For Taurus, we have emerald. For Gemini, we have citrine. For Cancer, we have moonstone. For Leo, we have sunstone. For Virgo, we have amazonite. For Libra, we have lapis lazuli. For Scorpio, we have obsidian. For Sagittarius, we have sodalite. And for Capricorn, we have garnet. So for Aquarius, we have amethyst. And for Pisces, aquamarine. But keep in mind that these are general associations, and personal connections with crystals can vary. So as a Leo, I've got sunstone, I think, but I'm more inclined to go with some rose quartz and kunzite for me and my birthday, because they're pink, but also because of the themes of self-love and so on. I love rose quartz. It is the first crystal I ever bought, I think. And call me a basic witch, but I love it. It just does everything except for make you a cup of tea. You know, that's the problem with these crystals. But yes, I need to talk about it on the podcast. I don't think I have. I'm at this point with the podcast now where, this is the 200th episode. Can we just... It's the podcast's birthday. Oh my God. Yeah, we're on the podcast 200 episode today. I completely forgot about that. And yes, I need to talk about rose quartz. I'm at the point with the episodes that I don't even remember what I spoke about now. It's crazy. I have to try and remember. And there's a couple of times I tried to do an episode and I'm like, you've already done that. So wrapping this episode up, the pin I created and put on Pinterest a few years ago when the Hallowed Days episode came out was an Instagram post that I made. So I took a picture of some really pink cupcakes that my daughter had for her birthday, and I found this little quote that was unknown, and it basically went, "A year has come, a year has passed, I'll make my birthday wish at last, magic powers old and new, make my birthday wish come true." So I'll repost that for like a throwback Thursday moment when I put my little Instagram post out today. If you're not following me on Instagram, why not? No, please come and find me over there at the White Witch Podcast. And I've got a new one that I've made, and it goes a little something like this. By the power of the moon's pale light, I call upon the spirits of the night. As I celebrate another year of life, I welcome wisdom, love, and magic rife. May my path be lit with candles glow, guiding me through life's twists and turns to know. May my heart remain open, wild and free, a vessel for the divine, a witch's destiny. I call upon the elements, earth, air, fire, water, to bless me with their power in this sacred hour. May my spells be strong, my intentions clear, as I embark on another year. So mote it be with love and light. I seal this incantation on this witch's birthday night. So there is the witch's birthday meditation. I'm trying out some new things. The last meditation I put up had a huge amount of listens. This week we have had, I just checked today, 11,300 listens to the podcast. Like the podcast in all its entirety, all 199 episodes in a week, which is absolutely humongous. I can't, thank you. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it. And that is not even what I would have expected with putting out an extra meditation. Like this is unknown numbers. This is unknown territory for me. But yes, I would love to know if, you are up for some meditations and some journeys that I put out as well, because I think that's the way that I'm going to go, is try and put some little extra bits out like that as and when I can. I really enjoy making them. So yes, you might see some more things like that, and I hope that they resonate. So thank you for being here with me on the 200th episode. Who knew? I certainly forgot. I'm really grateful for our little community, our little coven. I'm always so overwhelmed with all the lovely messages that I get and the response to the podcast. Like, I never, when I was doing the inner child stuff, I was like, this is crazy, explaining to her that, we host the Witchcraft podcast now. Who knew? So yeah, I've really been thinking about how wild it is that I'm doing this. So thank you. Honestly, I of course could not do this without you. If it is your birthday and you come to listen to this, sending you huge birthday hugs. Hope you have the most magical, enchanted day. You get to do whatever it is that you want, even if it's not on the day and it's in the, when you're off work or whatever. I hope it is everything you wish for. And yes, let's go hard on the birthday wishes. You can always tag me if you see my little birthday incantation that I'm going to post on Instagram and you want to post it on your birthday to get me involved with your day. I would love that. I feel very honoured that you may listen to this on your special day. Anyway, I will stop waffling and send you lots of witchy love, and I'll catch up with you all next week. Mwah.